Floss Tube. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're Shady Tree Stitches, and that was really messy. Would you like to do that again?
That's all right. I
It's
think
all right.
trying to do that in unison, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're crazily trying to talk again, not at the same location. Jenny's down in Sydney and I'm up in Maitland. But welcome back to our channel. This is episode number 37, and today is the 6th of October. Don't die of shock. I know the date. I don't know why, but anyway, I know the date today. So thank you for joining us, and if you're new, welcome, and we hope you enjoy your visit with us. Bit of a different video today because we've got a really special event happening later on. I've just come off the 24 hours of cross stitch marathon on virtual stitches, so I'm almost all videoed out. If you want to watch more of me, join the Virtual Stitches YouTube channel, and you can watch lots of videos of me sitting talking, and lots of other people. It's not just about me.
No, I was on there for a little bit.
Jenny was there too, which is great. All right, well, we'll get started straight into the stitching, because on our channel we talk about cross stitch. We sometimes very briefly touch on other crafts, but not really. And we don't talk about life or other stuff really much at all, because we know you're here to look at our cross stitch.
Yes.
All right, I would like to start the day by announcing we have a finish.
Yay!
Yay! So
which one?
it is the Victoria Sampler Hands to Work Sampler. It's a garden sampler and it's beautiful, and it has lots and lots of different specialty threads.
Yep.
And I even managed to put all the skills I learnt at the Embroiderers Guild into use, where I learnt to do heart hanger, because I was doing it on virtual stitches, accidentally snip the wrong threads. But I did learn how to fix that when I was in the Embroiderers Guild in Tamworth. So thank you, Embroiderers Guild Tamworth ladies, for that fix. So I'm just going to hold it up again, because hopefully YouTube might decide that that's a really good video shot to get. Of course, it probably won't, and we'll go with one where we're scratching our nose or something, but you know, you get that. All right,
well, you were hoping, like your plans last week were that you were hoping that you would get that one done this week, and you did, so well done.
I did, and I got it finished by using it for quite a few different projects. I've just dropped my book and lost my page. Here it is. I worked on it. I didn't work on it too much. I worked on it 2 days, 424 stitches one day and 120 the next day. And they were for a whole bunch of the homeworks, which I meant to write down what all the homeworks were for, and then I got distracted with the 24 hours. So I have not done all the homework. I've done all the homework, all done, tick. But
Yes.
I haven't written down what it was for. I think that was something to do with cleaning, because she had a rake cleaning the garden.
Right. Yes.
Something that had more than one house in it. So even though I'm more than one building, so even though I have this fascination with houses, I don't have a lot of them started at the moment. So yeah, apparent fascination with houses, I should say, Jim.
And a lot of the ones that you've got have only got one house, like the Blackbird design ones. There's lots of them with houses, but most of the ones that you have and are working on just have the single house. Yes.
Now, because Cheryl from the Daily 30 is mean and nasty, love you, Cheryl, her homework this week said we had to start something new. I didn't want to start anything new. I'm doing a year of starts next year. I don't need to start anything new. Well, luckily there was one more project that I sort of do need to start, which is this one. And this is the Letters from Hogwarts Sal that's for next year, but you have to do all the frame and everything this year. So I have started the Letters from Hogwarts Sal, and it's
cunning cross stitch.
Yes, cunning cross stitch. Should be quite fun. 200 stitches. Stitching this on a 16 count Aida. I have decided I quite like 16 count Aida, and this project, I want it to be a bit like old parchment sort of paper, so you can sort of see the mottliness of my Aida. So yeah, only 200 stitches, got a long way to go in the frames, but hey, it started. Thanks, Cheryl. Then the next one I worked on, these are not necessarily in order, was my Alice, because we had two magical stitches stitched with something that was in the letters of the word jealousy. So Alice previously looked like this, and I did 300 stitches, just to remind you that's what she's meant to look like. 300 stitches on her. She looks like this now. So I did a lot of work around her white.
A bit of a weird face in the middle.
It does, doesn't it? It's like a funky sort of My Little Pony face.
Yes.
With a purple mane. But no, it's not a My Little Pony. It's actually her skirt.
Yes.
So yeah, that's Alice. 300 stitches on Alice to fit for the word jealousy. Then I did some work on this one, but more later here. I think I counted 13 different whips I had to work on this week.
Wow.
Again, Halloween season over in America. We don't follow it here, or very few of us do, but all the tasks involve it. So I had to start a Halloween piece. And this one I worked on because I had to stitch in black, 435 stitches in black. So there is my progress. You can see all the black stitches. And I forgot to show you what it looked like previously, but it really just looked like that. Previously it looked like this. Yep. And I have a little bit to go on that first row. So yeah, black stitches on that one. I had to do something to do with love, 200 stitches in pink on red. So I worked on my gingerbread Christmas, which previously looked like this. See, I remembered. And now looks like this. Ooh. Did all that pink and red on that side. Yeah, so lots of pink and red in there. Yeah, it was good. Nice to actually have a big chunk of pink and red to work on. So I worked on that one. I had my daily piece, 30 minutes a day for Cheryl's group. This one I'm doing winter to spring, which is a drawn thread set. Huh?
Previously looked like.
Oh, previously looked like this. Thank you, Jen. And now I did a bit down the bottom. I had to get the light right on this one. So the bottom is all finished. Ooh. And now I'm working down up the top. So I've only got a few rows to go on the top and it'll be finished. So it's getting a lot closer to being finished, which is exciting. I worked on When My Heart Blooms. I worked on this one for 100 red stitches, something for magical stitches. So I think I did about 300 stitches on that. Previously looked like this. The pattern is going to look like that. Blackbird Designs. And currently there. So I did all the red in the heart there and the heart there. Did all of the green trees, bit of the roof. So it's progressing. So I'm hoping to get some more done on that soon. But it was only one house, so I couldn't use it for the other ones. I didn't actually bring it to show you, and I can't be bothered to dig it out, but I did do 281 more stitches on my scarecrow full coverage. Yeah. So you'll just have to live without seeing that. It just looks like another bunch of confetti, so probably not really much I can show you to do, but yeah, 281 stitches on that one. Then I also worked on, I had to do something to do with summer. So for summer, well, this is because
did you do your actual summer?
I did my actual summer because it was something else to do Halloweeny or something, but she gave us the alternative to do summer, and I took the alternative because I'm Australian. Previously it looked like this, and you can't really see what I did, but I'll come closer. Where this finger is a white M. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
I did that whole white M. That whole white M in my summer was 318 stitches in white. Shame I didn't know I needed other homeworks to do with white. But anyway, that was just 300 stitches to do with summer. But wait, there's more. I've been on holidays, can you tell? My We Are Humans, I had to do for something. Yellow, 100 stitches in yellow. I just worked that out by looking at what I did. Are you ready to be bamboozled?
And it was also something to do with fire, wasn't it? Or the candle?
Not yet. No, that's coming. It's in plans for this week, but you are remembering well from the homework discussion, but we were discussing the month's homework. This one?
Yes.
In yellow. Can you see the 100 stitches in yellow? There and there.
It looks like an alien.
It does, but it's a balloon. Anyway, I did a
hot air balloon, yes.
Yeah. So moving across the times.
What will the arrow be? The other little yellow bit.
I think it's a lightning bolt from memory. I don't know. This one's in my plans for this week, but for last week it got 100 stitches just to do the yellow. And there's no point showing you the before photo because I've moved to a totally different part. And then I worked on I started working on the 12 days of Christmas. And my 12 days of Christmas, I didn't do a lot of work on it. I'm halfway through doing some work on it. So it previously looked like this. Yeah, I know, I look so stupid doing that. You know, the people watching don't usually see it because I usually put the picture over my head because I still haven't worked out how to put the little picture here. I just don't know how to do it. Anyway, whatever. So
you worked out how to insert. I haven't even tried that, so
I'm doing okay. We get a good video out of it. That's all that matters. People seem to like watching it. That's all that matters. Okay, so this is actually part of 500 stitches to do with something royal because I am actually stitching on the, is it 9 ladies dancing? 10 lords are leaping. The lords and ladies are royal. So these are actually the lady dancing.
Okay.
I haven't got there yet. But this is going to come up in my plans because I'll tell you why a bit later.
Okay.
But that other 400 or so stitches I've still got to do on it. I had to stop because we had a pop-up in the magical stitches. So the last piece I stitched on is one that I was behind on and I haven't stitched on. And I did 1,315 stitches on this project during the 24-hour pop-out.
I'm guessing it's your houses.
Yes.
Your painted orphans.
My painted orphans, which previously looked like this. And I'm a month behind. So I had a lot of border to do and I had a lot of house. And here's where it's at now.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, the colour of the house is the orphan bit. Part of the fun of this one is that you pick the colour. So I always stitch the other bits first and then I pick the colour when I've done the other bits. I didn't think about it too much. I probably should have done them as like different coloured semis, but I've started to do the orange across the whole thing. So it'll just be a big block of orange, but that'll still look good in the whole picture. The reason for orange,
back stitch in between, so you will be able to see it's two
buildings. Yeah, it'll just be orange and orange. The reason why is that Cheryl is still me, and she's making us do a whole week based on American candy corn. You know those funny little yellow, white, and orange lollies that we never have seen, but I've seen them on TV? Yeah, so this is actually done in the colours of Indian corn. So to be politically correct, I think they've done brown. Where's my colour? Brown, white, and orange. Okay. Yeah. So that was my Indian corn. So that picked my colour of my orphan. So yeah, my 1,315 stitches, which went towards Hufflepuff, gave us 13 points, which is awesome. Was good. So I've got a fair way to go on that. So that's going to continue to be in my plans for next week. So that's what I've been stitching. What about you, Jen?
Well, I have been working on my for the Smalls Exchange for the Mittagong Stitches treat. So
yeah.
I can't show you, but it's it's small. It's about this big, and even though it's only about that big, last night I had to undo a whole stack because it's on an even weave. I tried last night to find, what sort of even weave, but it's only that small, so it didn't actually tell me on the pattern. I managed to get one thread over, so the bit that was going around the outside didn't match up with the bit in the middle. So
that's not good. But glad.
And I started. Well, I haven't redone that bit, but I have done some more work on it. So
awesome. Well, that's good. I also didn't mention that all that stitching I did in that pop-up, the Semi-Sane group had started a Halloween sale, and it's a bit like a murder mystery party sort of sale. And we're at a retreat and someone's going to die, I think, and I don't know. So anyway, I had to stitch 50 stitches to get into the retreat, so that was fine. 700 stitches to meet and greet all the hosts of the retreat. It's 100 stitches each. And then I didn't see the post because I was hosting the 24 hours on virtual. So I only had 24 hours to stitch, I don't know, 200 stitches or something to do with dinner. But because I didn't go to dinner, because I'm gluten-free and I was walking around trying to find the chef to find out if there was any food I could eat, I had to stitch 400 stitches as a penalty. But the good news is at least I could stitch 400 stitches on anything. So I stitched all that on the houses. Yep. Then because I'd upset the chef, I had to do another 100 stitches. And then we had to stitch 250 stitches on something. I chose something to do with rooms, so my houses. So I actually did possibly not all on Painted Orphans. No, some of it was on the other things, but I did 750 today on that piece just for that challenge. Okay. But it's good. I like double dipping. And all up, that means that I stitched this week so far 4,761 stitches.
Oh my.
I know. And I looked at my daily totals and it wasn't like I was stupidly going. I had busy days too, even though I was on holidays. There's one day.
Holidays and your kids were away.
Yeah, but I only did 400 stitches one day. 1,600 another day.
I didn't even make 400 stitches all week. So.
Look, Friday I only did 256 stitches. So yeah, I just had some good stitching days, and the 24 hours and jumping on virtual was really good. So that was all my stitching. All right, next up we have haul / stitchy kindness / stuff we got. All right, I'm going first.
Okay. Well, about you going first, I've got one thing I ordered for you, but we'll wait till you actually physically have it so that you show it rather than me because it's yours, not mine.
No, you can show it.
I don't have it here. It's
okay.
Sitting on your bed in your room waiting for them to arrive in a couple of weeks.
Well, good. Okay. So I went to my local L&S, the lovely JK Stitching down the Central Coast on my way back from Sydney. And the reason I went was that I've decided to UFO, I think I talked about this last week, my mini quilt Haid. The 25 count fabric's just not doing it for me. So I have now got 18 count easy grid, and I've got 2 parcels, one for the mini quilts and one for the jungle mini book one. So now I've got 18 count Ada to do that on. I also
an awful lot of material.
That's an awful big Haid that I got the super size. Well, did I get the super size max color? I don't know. It's a big Haid. There's probably a bit extra on it. Like she probably just cut the meterage, so it's probably wider than it needs to be. But anyway, I got that. And then I also got a whole collection of rings for the floss because I'm now getting the C threads and I'm getting sick of bagging them. So what I thought I could do is actually put them onto thread drops. I want to make my own, but I bought some to get me started and put them on rings so that for each of my big works, I have got a ring of floss rather than bobbinating because I don't like bobbinating.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my haul. What did you get, Jen?
Well, after our I'm going to say successful ordering of the Fox Collection Mirror 5-packs, before I decided to order some more.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered 2 packs, and when they arrived on Thursday, I opened them and looked at the first one and went, "Oh, goody, this is all good, you know, different to what you the ones you'd got before and the one that I'd got before." And then I pulled out the second one and went, "It's exactly the same as this other one I've just looked at." So
Still
then,
identical.
yes. And so then on Saturday, I went back to Fox Collection to see if I could exchange it,
Mm-hmm.
which they let me do. And I got a different one again. And as far as I know, no duplicates in either of these to any of the other ones that we've got. There is one pattern that I previously had before we started all of this new mirror stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what have you got? Show us.
Okay. Oops. So I have the Stargazer.
Oh, pretty.
And Lady of the Mist. This is the one that I already have.
Oh, she's beautiful. I like her.
Yeah.
I might see a Christmas present in my future.
Quite possibly.
Mm.
Crystal Symphony. This is another pretty one.
Oh, she's nice.
I have to say, Nora Corbett is very good at designing beautiful ladies and beautiful dresses. And so I have a couple more bewitching pixies. I have Gigi, who's all in purple.
And a little cat. Yep, cool. Like her.
Yep. And Emmy, who's a little bit more adventurous.
Oh, look at that. The archery bow. Very cool.
So that was the first one. And then the next one, the next set I've got, I have some Pixie Blossoms. I have Geranium.
Yep.
And Wisteria.
Ooh, pretty.
And I have Shakespeare's Fairies.
Oh, that's very you.
This one could potentially, if I decide to join any of your groups for next year, do you reckon that one could count for Halloween? They've got orange.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they look like they're carrying pumpkin balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're lanterns, but they kind of look a bit pumpkinish.
They look Halloweeny.
Shakespeare's Fairies, I'm guessing it's kind of like, no. I was going to say from Macbeth, but no, I think they're probably more likely to be Midsummer Night's Dream fairies. Now, the next two are my favourite of the bundle that I got, and ones that I probably would have ended up buying anyway. So, Angel Proclamation.
I love that one. We can do that one together when I get my stuff unpacked from the storage shed stash, Jen.
Okay. And Dressmaker's Daughter. I love this one.
That is beautiful. You're going to have to give that to me when you finish.
Yes, well, I know that you do like your seasons, and this one's
Season of Dresses.
At the bottom, it actually does say.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Summer, autumn.
That is beautiful, Jen. Wow, and very much your colours too.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good haul.
Yes, and the only other sort of haul that I've got, which will be used for, not for stitching as such, but stitching stuff. I went back to the bead shop. I talked for me it was a couple of videos ago, it was that I'd gone and learnt Kumihimo, which is beading. And so we went back to the bead shop to finish off our necklaces on the weekend, and I bought some of the E600 glue, which apparently is the best one for making needle minders. So
apparently so. Well, that's good. Awesome. Do you know what I saw on someone's post today? They actually were doing their Haid and they were parking using Kumihimo bobbins.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
That would really confuse me. But anyway, each to their own.
Yes. Now, one tip that I got from the lady at the bead shop with using this, is she stores her is in a jar, like upright, sitting in a jar, because then she can just take the lid off and it's sitting upright, and then you just squeeze it a little bit, and then it's kind of like having a third hand. So you can use your two hands to get whatever you need.
Ah, not a bad plan, Stan.
No.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool. So that brings us to our very exciting segment, and that is the Sassy Devils Sassy Pouch Giveaway. Now, before we do the giveaway, there's the pouch. Jenny has some very exciting news to do with the generosity and kindness of the girls in the Sassy Devils. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yes. Well, yesterday they posted about the theme for their next pouch, and then today, obviously, all of the pouches have now been delivered.
And what is next? What is the next theme?
The next theme is Christmas Down Under. So that's exciting. So orders are open for the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So find Sassy Devils on Facebook, and you can. There's a link that then takes you through to an order form. Yes, today they posted to say that someone had received a special Zipple, and if you got the special one, then you win an extra prize. And the special one was my blue one, which was very exciting. So I had to post a photo of it, and I sent them a message to say it was me, I got it, and also told them to look at our unboxing video and roughly where in the video, and they said yes, we watched it. I was like, oh, that's really cool too.
Yeah, no, they're really happy we did the unboxing.
Yes. So they said, did I want them to send it to me now or include it in my next pouch? And it's like, I'll just wait and draw out the anticipation and have it included.
Yeah. So it's a surprise gift, is it?
Yes.
Ooh, you already got the special Zipple. What more do you need? That's so exciting. How cool. And how generous are the girls at Sassy Devils. Wow. It's just, they just keep giving. It's so cool. I'm so glad I found them. And I'd like to say to all you Australians out there and New Zealand people, you really should do it. It is worth the investment. It's every 3 months, $50 or $60.
It's
2 months.
2 months.
Oh, every 2 months, sorry. $50 or $60, depending on if you get the fabric or not. But really, for $10, why not get the fabric? I think I showed last video what I'm going to use that fabric for, did I?
You, not specifically.
No. Well, I've actually found one of those little mirror fairies, and she is perfect for that piece of fabric, that spring fabric. I haven't got it at hand, or I'd show you. But anyway, So you'll see it when I start stitching her next year in my year of starts. So that brings us to the all-important drawing. So we had 10 lovely people who wanted to get the pouch for free. We had a couple of other lovely commenters, and thank you to all the new subscribers. We're on 372 now, so our goal was to get to 300. So 272, I can't count. When we get to 300, we'll do another giveaway of our own. But for today, it's all about Sassy Devils. So you can see here, oops, undo it. Can you see it? Oh, where'd my Google go? Right, one moment, please. I need to, all right, so you can see here, random number generator between 1 and 10. I got a C to put my finger on the thing. Number 7. Who is lucky number 7? I have the list here. Yes. And lucky number 7 is Leslie and Bob Maxwell. There's number 7. There we go. So I imagine it's Leslie Maxwell, but I could be wrong. It could be Bob. You are the winner of the Sassy Pouch. Congratulations. So please message us below to let us know your details, and we'll pass them on to the Sassy Devils people. And let me see if I can see on here. I don't know if it'll come up. What did they put? They were most interested in trying the silicone peels and the silk floss, and they like the even weave linen. So we can let Sassy Devils know that, but you just need to contact us and let you know your postage address. And the email address is just shadytreesstitches@gmail.com. Shady Trees with a Z, but I will post it below, or I'll comment on your comment and tell you that. But well done, and thank you to all the people who entered. it's lots of people in there I knew and lots I didn't. So that's really cool. So congratulations again. All right. Well, that brings us to plans. What are your plans, Miss Jen?
Well, because it's school holidays, I'm not on holidays from work. However, a lot of my evening activities are on holidays. And also because it's a long weekend, so my Monday night SES, normally that doesn't stop for school holidays, but because it's public holiday, we don't have training. So I have my evenings a little bit freer this week. So I'm hoping that I can get a long way to finishing my small. And then I can move on to some of my other whips and things that I can actually show you what I've been stitching on.
I know. You'll get to see our smalls. We will do a little recording of it just before we go to the retreat, and then you'll see it basically in our retreat roundup video, which we may or may not. Well, we'll probably record it while we're at the retreat in our little cabin.
Yeah.
I'm under good instruction that there's an awful lot of people who I know, famous floss tubers, are staying at our caravan park. So pretty fancy that the famous floss tubers stay at the caravan park, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, there's lots of cool people that I've seen on FlossTube. So I can imagine
a few of them too.
Yeah, there'll be a bit of fangirling going on for our first retreat, but I'm so excited. So looking forward to that. My plans are basically to knock over all the homework for this week. The lovely Cheryl again has said we have to do 14 different colours of 100 stitches each. Well, it's not
different colours.
Well, it's not 14 colours. She says 14 colours, but 3 of them are white and 2 of them are red. So I know it's a bit weird because you had the candy corns and there was this one, that one, and that one, and they were 3 different colour combinations of each, but they all had white, and 2 of them had red. But then you added all them together, it came up with 14 in total.
But there's more than one colour of candy corn?
Apparently so. So there's a normal candy corn, which is yellow, orange, and white, but that wasn't actually an option to stitch.
No, because that was last.
Okay, then there was a Valentine's one. So you've got red, pink, and white. There's another one, which I'm guessing is Christmas, which is red, green, and white. There was the one I stitched called Indian, which I think is a politically correct one, with brown, orange, and white. And then there was the, there's another one that's had a bunch, Easter probably, bunch of pastel colours. And there was 5 pastel colours. So if you added the 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5, you got 14.
Right, but every one has white.
Almost everyone had white. So there were 3 whites and 2 reds. So I'm guessing that means I have to do 300 in white and 200 in red, which is really silly. But anyway, I will do it because I've been told to, and I'm on holidays. But I am going away this week, and I won't have a lot of stitching time because I'll be doing a lot of driving, and I can't stitch while I drive.
Okay.
Imagine that, driving along on the steering wheel doing stitching. Yeah, I'm sure that would be highly illegal and dangerous. So I won't be doing that.
Considering that you're not supposed to touch your phone and while you're driving.
It doesn't say don't cross stitch.
No, but
I know, I'm being silly.
The correct driving position is both hands on the wheel, 10 and 2.
Yep, exactly. So yeah. Anyway, so my plans is basically to see if I can find. I've got to do 4 whips for magical stitches. They spun a wheel. I've got to do 1,000 stitches over the 4 whips. So I selected all my sals, my fairy tale sal, my painted orphans, my I think it's my spooky hollow, and my my We Are Humans. So I'm going to tell them to get as many prompts for other things done at the same time, and yeah, see if I can find all these colours. I'm pretty sure between We Are Humans and the 12 Days of Christmas, because remember I said I'm sort of 150 into my 500 of that. So yeah, try and find all the colours to knock off on that, and then fit the other prompts. One of the prompts is also, I mean, I just went through all this in my homework video, but something on confetti. So I will be restarting my quiltade on the new fabric.
Mm-hmm. That will definitely be confetti.
Well, I'm going to try starting at the other end of the pattern, so maybe it won't be as much confetti to start with.
Okay.
I can hope. I haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah. So with your fairy tale Sal, who is the October princess?
I think it's I've got September and October to do, and one of them is Gretel, and the other one
Okay.
is the Snow Queen. In other words,
Snow
Elsa.
Queen and your cat. So Gretel must be the new one.
Yeah, so one of them's Snow Queen and one of them's Gretel.
Cool.
Which will help me for purple because they're both purple. But yeah, I don't know. I might have to touch my gingerbread house to find some pink. That's all right. I'll get
Or
it
Alice.
sorted. Yeah, or Alice, although I did a big chunk of pink of her the other day. But yeah, I'm not worried. I have plenty of whips to do.
You do.
So I do, yes.
And quite a variety of colours within them as well.
And it's only 100 stitches, and very exciting. I was one of only about 8 or 10 people who completed the whole monthly challenges for September. So as a result, we've been labelled Wonder Women. And our reward is we get to do 50 stitches less on every prompt for the weeks in October.
Wow. That's a good prize.
Well, yeah, I got it and I went, why do I want to do less stitching? I like stitching. But it came in handy because, for example, my candy corn, I only had 83 stitches in brown on that pattern. So I couldn't get to 100 because there was only 83 stitches I could do.
And it had to be all on the one project.
Well, it didn't have to, but there was a bonus if it was.
Right.
So I went, that's fine. That's my 50. So I did 83 out of 50 for that one, and I did 100 and whatever's the other ones. So that's actually a pretty good prize. So I might just, yeah, I think we can take 50 stitches off each prompt.
That gives you some flexibility.
Yeah, so very excited about that. And that's pretty much the plans. Just to see how we go and get the stitching done.
Yep.
I might get a bit of work done on the Hogwarts potentially because I've got to do 300 stitches in white for starters, and I know where I've done that brown border, there's a white highlight on the side of it. So
Okay.
I don't know. We'll just see what I feel like in the week when I'm not on school, and only 8 more weeks till the holidays again. Sorry.
Well, I have a holiday tomorrow. Tomorrow being
Yay.
Monday, because it's a long weekend. I have kind of a holiday tomorrow.
Public holiday. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us, people. We hope you come back. Please like, please comment. I do try and get back to your comments sometime during the week. We really appreciate the love. It makes us feel like it's worthwhile us actually doing this. And yeah, well, next weekend, who knows what we'll do. Might be just me, might be Jenny. Depends if she gets anything done this week. If she doesn't get anything done, she probably won't bother to jump on.
And also, if you're going to do it Sunday night, I can't because I've got my sister-in-law's 40th birthday dinner.
There you go. Well, it looks like you might have just me next week, but too bad, so sad. And then, yeah, it won't be long before Jenny's back again. As we said, we generally try and do it about once a month with both of us. We like having both of us together. And we will catch you then. So until then, happy stitching, have fun, and behave. Bye.
Bye.